Hello, I am Mono, currently a game design student, but today I will not be talking about game design at all. But instead, if you read the title, this video will be about music, more specifically non-musician pre-tutorial to virtual songwriting. There are three things you need to define: time signature, key signature, and BPM or beats per minute. Okay, so time signature, you only need to care about 3/4 or 4/4. The number 3 and 4 represents on how many times you need to count in a section or a zone of the music. For my example, I will be using 3/4, but I recommend 4/4 because it's so much easier. BPM determines how fast a song is. Obviously, higher BPMs means faster counting. Next is about the key signature. Just look at the slides I have here. Pick one letter and pick one of the two words between major and minor. Major tends to be bright, minor tends to be dark, but it doesn't always translate to happy song or sad song. So once you get your combination, you can look that up on Google and then go to images. For my example, I will be using G minor and look for a picture particularly like this. Just don't worry about the letter. Remember the numbers. Those are the most important. So next, I recommend designing the rhythm and the groove of your song first. So you can do this by either writing the drum part or copy the drum pattern from the internet, or the second one, which I chose for this example, which is writing the bass line. There's no shame in picking either two. If you're feeling a bit lazy, you can go with drums, and if you're feeling a bit creative, you can go with bass line. Okay, after you get the rhythm part, now for the melody. Okay, remember the numbers and Google image I asked you to search earlier? Yeah, we're going to need that now. In those images, you should have note which ranges from 1 to 7, and we will use those 7 numbers to write our short idea to start the song with. And if you're wondering how short it should be, let me give you a few examples. And this is what I wrote for my example. Yep. And what you may notice is that the examples I provided, the song or the phrase kind of ends on either 1 or 5. So I recommend starting writing your idea to start with either 1, 3, or 5. But don't let me stop you. You can start on 4 or 2 or end with 4 or 2. It's just require a bit of maneuver to make it sound right, I guess. Okay, so once you've gotten your basic idea, you might want to continue the song, but you feel like you're stuck. So I suggest to look at my notes. I call it the SERAT. They are the things you can do to your current idea that might help you inspire to the next section of your idea. So you can change the start. If you first start on 1, try starting on 5 instead. Or maybe change the end also. You end on 5 on the previous one, end on 1 on the second one. Maybe you look at the idea, you can remove some of the notes if it sounds similar but different enough. That's progress. Of course, the other way is true. You can add more notes instead. And of course, finally, you can change the timing of the notes. Some notes you can hold. Some notes you might cut it short. Have to like try different things until it just clicks with your head. This is the part where it would take the most time. So don't be discouraged if you're taking a really long time. It's actually perfectly normal if you're taking a really long time. But which of course, if you put time into it, obviously you will passively improve. So now I'm going to show you what I come up with in 1 hour for someone who study more about games than they do for music. So please enjoy.